What do you want me to do? You just want me to hit you?
Come on, do me this one favor.
Why?
Why? I don't know why. I don't know. Never been in a fight. You?
No, but that's a good thing.
Man, okay. This is what happened yesterday. So, my brother came over, my twin brother, great guy. He brought weed from my weed dealer, who Chris also knows, who appreciates.
Love.
And the guy was like, I got some sour kush. So he had a butt of sour kush. I rolled that into 2 joints. And I was like, hey, let's smoke these 2 joints I just rolled down at the River Pier Park. Which is newly built, renovated, super family friendly.
In New Westminster,
in New Westminster, British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're down there and we partake in our marijuana cigarettes. And, you know, needless to say, the weed was great. We're cooked, just super smacked. And so in stone fashion, for those that know us, I'm going off to my brother about the basically British war crimes committed during the Ulster Elizabethan conflict of the 17th century.
Of course.
And Matt's shadowboxing. And from the corner of my eye, these 2 fucking like criminal looking dudes are like walking towards us. And I'm like, oh, what's like, who, like, why are they walking? Like,
yeah, what is this interaction going to be?
Yeah. And they straight up come up to us and they're like, and there's 2 guys. One guy is like skinny, maybe about 5'11", 6 feet, like nasty looking dude, chain, like a fake Gucci handkerchief, bandana, like a gold chain and like gold earrings. And I'm like, how real are these, first off, right? Because like you kind of get, you know, like if they're fake jewelry, it's different dealing with a guy with fake jewelry versus a guy with like real jewelry.
Very true.
Both 2 different outcomes.
2 class levels. Yeah.
And then his buddy is like this little fucking goon in a tracksuit. Like he looks like he's sculpted out of like wood, just like this weird, scary looking, like pit bull looking dude. And he's like, hey guys, so we just noticed your shadow boxing, and my friend's just wondering if you want to scrap.
What? Just
like consensually. If you want to just fight. Yeah. He's like, we just wonder if you guys want to fight. And me and Matt are both just like, nah, man, nah. And we're like looking and we're just like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
Like, are we going to get jumped?
But okay. Did Matt just quickly check him out, size him up real quick, and was like, I could probably knock him out? Did he consider it at all? A little bit?
Well, 100%. This is what it was like. Oh yeah, clearly. But we were just both like, no, man, no. We're smoking weed. We're standing here.
That was like the worst trip, dude. After, like, you guys are enjoying each other's company,
dude.
And 2 guys roll up and you're just in a fight, like a consensual weird fight,
dude. Yeah. So they're like, do you want to fight? And we were both just like, and they were kind of like sizing us up a bit too. And we're just like, no. And like, I put my hands behind, and we're just like standing there, just like, no, man.
Yeah.
Like, no, like we're not gonna fight
they
in a
take
park.
that,
There's
though.
kids. They did, and then they just hung out with us for like 10 minutes.
That's pretty polite. That's kind of sick, actually.
Dude. And they were like so sketchy. They were like talking to, and the one guy, the skinny guy who was talking a lot, was like, yeah, man, I would, if I would get into a fight, I'm just gonna like kick a guy in his trachea and his leg. He kept talking about kicking a guy in his trachea. And the whole time, like, I'm stoned, and I'm like, and they're kind of walking near us, and in your mind, you're like, okay, if they actually try to jump us, it's like I have to block, like this.
So you're
like,
getting mentally prepared. Yeah, you're getting mentally prepared for a
which
possible fight.
Yeah, which is hilarious. But then they were just talking to us, and then they were just like, yeah, man, and they offered us smokes. Don't take the smokes. I didn't take the smoke.
Yeah.
Never take a cigarette, for you guys who don't know street shit. Like, because you never know, right? You never know
what's in that shit. Yeah.
Well, and it's like, well, I gave you a smoke and you don't, because they were drunk and coked out, right? And it's this weird thing, right? So it was like weird power. So you're playing,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm playing this game of like, the power play, the power dynamic of like extreme toxic masculinity, where you're like, and you're just like, and you're playing, we're cool, but we're cool, calm, and stoned to shit. So, and we're, and we're big guys, and we're just like, no, man, no. And we're like talking to them, and then they like shake our hands and like leave. And then I go right back into talking about the atrocities that Sir Francis Drake committed against the Irish and, the Northern Sea. But the Matt was like, he actually called me today before I called you on the podcast, and he was like, "Brother, I just want to let you know that I could have probably beat the shit out of those guys."
Like you guys almost should have done it.
Yeah, and I was, and I was just like, brother, like I appreciate you, I understand you, but like you don't know what these guys, man. They could have had fucking knives.
Well,
they could have had a fucking.
Look, no, but they've already like established
Yes.
like respectable rules where they're like,
Well-
do you want to consensually fight? Which is an amazing request.
And that's the most fucked up thing, is that these two like low-level criminal guys
Had a code of conduct.
dude, they had a criminal code of conduct, and they consensually, because I came back and told Tina this, and she was just like, she's like, oh yeah, because I was like, yeah, we got approached by these guys at a park. She's like, yeah, like, welcome to being a woman.
Right,
like,
yeah.
and then I was like, yeah, they wanted to fight us, but then they like consensually agreed not to, and then just like were like hung out with us. And she's just like, so you just got approached consensually by guys, and just like everything was safe and cool. I'm like, when you put it that way, it sounds
Yeah,
I mean,
no, but
like,
that's exactly what it was. It didn't seem threatening from how you described it. You know what I mean? Like,
but
maybe you thought that there was like maybe a catch or it could have gone sideways, but
everything
that they presented was respect and consensual like decision making.
it was such a mind fuck, because they were too obvious, like they were like coked out and drunk,
Like,
and like
visually they looked sketchy as shit.
when they were like, yeah, visual, and
Yeah.
they definitely were. This guy's like, I just met this guy like 3 months ago, and I was like, what does that even mean? Like 3 months ago in a halfway home, in
Right.
prison? Did you guys just get out of prison? Did
Right.
you guys meet each other? Because they started talking about gang shit, and all these, because like there's a crazy gang war going on right now in Vancouver, and all
Yeah.
these young kids, and they're like, all the young kids nowadays are they're no respect. They're killing each other, talking shit on social media. And I was just like, yeah, man, crazy shit, just trying to like be cool. But like, it's like, where did you guys know each other? Are you guys both low-level goons who have teamed up
Probably.
3 months ago?
Yeah.
Are you, you know what I mean? Like, are you partners in crime, like literal partners in crime? Like,
Yeah.
how do I unpack this and not just like, and remain cool?
I actually like to see this kind of thing because it's like it shows me a weird respect level on the bottom rung of like crime that I'm like actually into. I'm like, oh, these low level thugs on the street are actually have a code of conduct. That's actually pretty sick.
Well, and what happened was that, I guess, because they were all coked up talking shit, and I think they saw us down, like a couple 100 feet away,
Yeah.
and Matt was shadowboxing, and so I think the guy was like, yeah, let's go scrap it, let's go. I think the tall like Gypsy King guy try to convince the other guy, like, let's go, like, yeah, if you want to scrap, let's go see if these guys want to scrap.
Yeah.
And it was
exactly.
just like,
like they're already kind of fighting. No, but that's a missed opportunity from your brother because your brother practices MMA fighting type stuff. I think he does Muay Thai, and he could have practiced out some of his skills on a guy who consensually was asking him to beat him up. You know what I mean?
but he looked, and it's not like, and this guy like yeah, like he looked like a little pit bull. Like he was just like short and just like gnarly looking. I was like, man,
That's
like
amazing.
he was like a street fighter. Do you know what I mean? Like this guy fights people.
What do you think?
bars.
Say your brother beat him up. I mean, your brother's respectful, so he wouldn't have like really hurt him. But do you think that they would have tried to recruit you into their crime family, or like what would have been the end result of that?
Probably. We would have
Like,
been
these
a
guys can
fucking
fight. Like, you
Hell
wanna
yeah.
join us?
Kings of New West.
Yeah,
we run this. We run this city. But no, but it's just like, the con, because I was looking around. It's like, man, this is a park. It was like I think it was like 7 o'clock in the evening. But I mean, the concession stand's still open. There's
Yeah.
fucking kids around. Like I was in my head, I'm like, even if it was in those guys' mind, they were like, this is just consensual fisticuffs. It's like, you idiots. Even if we agreed to this, we're like in a public space. You don't think fucking families are going to call the cops and like people
Exactly.
are going to film? Like
These people don't think. Those guys don't
No.
think clearly. Yeah.
But it was literally just like, oh man, do you guys want to fight? And we were just like, no, man. Like you guys are cool and all. Like we can dap each other, but like,
have an
please-
awkward time
yeah,
together.
like don't fight us, dude. Like we don't. Like I'm at my like I'm 2 blocks from my house. Like
Yeah.
like I'm just chilling at a park. Like
This is why I think that you should have felt no fear, though, is that they actually asked you. Like
didn't
other
feel
people
fear,
kind of
no.
approach. Okay, well,
I don't fucking feel fear.
I don't know what that feels like.
I don't know what the fear. What is that? But that was a crazy. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, they just oh, And it's especially when you're stoned, like when you know, like you peak, you get that crispiness, and you're like, "This is great."
Yeah.
And then it's just like the
Then
one
you're
thing
put on
you-
edge. Yeah.
like, but also I think I remained more calm because I was just like, nah, dog.
I'm high as fuck right now.
I'm high as fuck right now, dog. I'm
I can't be
good.
fighting, man. I'm high as fuck, dog.
And they were, I think, older than us, and it was just like, "What are you guys doing, man? Like, what are you doing trying to fight, hanging out at a pier, getting all cokey?"
That kind of stuff,
guys.
though. When I see stuff like that, I'm like reminded how I like love my life
Yeah.
compared to like I could be. At least I'm not those
Yeah.
guys, you know.
When it's funny, it made me real. It was like the assessment of, I think I've developed a really good or a better awareness, I guess, a fight or flight awareness. Do you know what I mean? Like, where I look at those guys, I'm like, man, yeah, like I'm not gonna be like, fuck you to the, like if they were like nerds or like kind of like wiener kids, I would have been like, get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like I'm gonna fucking hockey jersey you. Like go away. Like
You
but-
do have a good way of like finding those things out and like assessing it, like Terminator vibes. Except for that one time where I got punched in the face. But
yeah, but that was we were drunk.
yeah, we were drunk. That's
We were
right.
drunk.
But I remember that other time we went to that show at 919, like this club downtown Victoria. You remember this? And like this really shitty rap group from like northern BC or something was playing, and you were just like leaning over the railing, giving them the finger right to their face while they were
And telling them
playing
to
on
suck it.
stage. Yeah, doing like the DX like suck it thing.
Suck it.
And like I remember looking at you doing that, and then looking over because I was like on the side, and then looking at the people on stage, and I could see it registering on their faces, them being like, "Who is this motherfucker?" as they're doing their songs. And then
Oh my
they
God.
stepped to you after.
Dude,
and
they
then-
surrounded me.
They surrounded you, but they're all short motherfuckers. And I remember, and this is what I'm saying about your ability to discern fight or flight. You were just like, "This is not a threat," and you were just like, "No, I'm not going to apologize." When they asked you, do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. And I, like, because they were so bad. Like they were so bad.
They're
And
very
I-
bad. They're corny
was
as
al-
hell.
They were corny as hell, and they were like just awful. And it was like, why are these guys on stage? Get the fuck out. I heckled the shit out of them. I was super aggressive. Yeah, they
You
came
were
up towards me.
blatantly heckling them. They could not miss you.
Yeah, this like in a half empty club, and this like 6'3" dude is just like above everybody else, just being like, "Fuck you,
Yeah.
you're trash." And they surrounded me, and I was a little drunk. See, that's the thing. Like, I wasn't like super drunk, but I was like a little drunk, and I was like, "Man, I'm in a club. If these guys try to attack me, like I'm like, I'll be okay. Like it's not like the worst is gonna happen is like I might get hit, but like none of these guys are gonna knock me out.
Yeah.
And they're not. Nobody's behind me. I'm like security's gonna come in. Like I'll be fine. Like that was my logic. Like which
Yeah,
is,
you felt
like,
safe in a way. So you're
yeah,
just
like,
like defiant. You're like, nah.
I could take on a couple of them while fucking security scrambles and kicks all of us out. Like who fucking knows? Like
yeah.
I'm almost, what show was that even? What show was
I'm
that?
trying to remember that. I don't know. I think we played it possibly, or we were there to like see somebody. I can't remember exactly.
I think it was a show we went to that wasn't that good, and I can't remember what rapper it was, but it was like a rapper that we were like, oh, let's go see this rapper,
Yeah.
and then it was just like, man, it wasn't that shit. Shit wasn't that good.
Yeah. Maybe it was fucking riffraff. Who knows?
Yeah, but fight or flight, dude. But that shit's important because I think if we were like people that don't assess danger, like I know that, but it's crazy because a lot of that shit comes from like trauma or like triggers or shit that you grow up with, where you're like, oh, I've seen, like if and it's just like, man, like that. And that's why I was kind of to these guys. I was like, I don't know if these guys have a fucking like X-Acto knife. They could have box cutters or a switchblade on them.
And I guess you
Right.
don't, even though they're approaching you respectfully, you don't know when that
You
can
don't know, dude.
switch.
That could be- that's the
switch in
thing.
a second. Yeah.
Like we were cool and calm and we kind of diffused the situation, but the entire time I was like waiting for them to try to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Pick a
Ah.
fight, basically. Yeah.
Crazy.
New West, that's the kind of rep New West gets, but that's not every day.
I really wish the world was like kung fu movies where you could just like survive by doing ridiculous shit. Like imagine if I just pulled out some fucking Jackie Chan shit. Like
Yeah. Just made them look like fools by doing like
Yeah.
poetic kung fu.
I threw like a LaCroix at their fucking head and then like slid under them and then like hooked them in the balls and then like
Yeah.
did a backflip over the pier, ran along the railing and then like kicked one in the head. And then jumped off and then ran away. There's so many opportunities for gags and I wish fighting was actually like that.
Like more fun than
More fun, dude.
horrible. Yeah.
More fun, dude. Yeah, exactly. Not the screaming mess of fucking adrenaline that it actually is.
I don't think I've ever been in a legit fight in my life. Have you?
Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I've been punched in the face, but that's about as far as it's gotten. I've never been in like a scrap that was going to be like a winner or loser, you know?
It's fucked, man. People can die in street like that's, but it's also like, it's a weird thing. I think it's important to do. Like, I think you should either get punched in the face or punch somebody in the face when you're younger.
Why? Why do you think
you're more rubbery? When you're more rubbery and you're not going to die,
you can bounce back.
I don't know. Or just be around that, because then it really calms you to like when, you know, people, because there's a lot of people that have never been in fights or have never been like stepped to. I guess I'm just promoting toxic masculinity. I'm promoting
I don't agree with these things you're saying. No one should be in a fight.
No,
you should be able to avoid it. I've always been a person who is sort of in a weird way been able to talk my way out of fighting. Like if someone was coming to me aggressively, I'm able to like logically bring it to them, be like, why is this happening, and what are we doing, and it diffuses the whole thing because they start getting confused because they have to think, and then their masculine emotions are like melting away because they have to use their logic, and you're like,
well, and that's exactly. And that's the thing, man. It's like, it's always just alcohol, and it's like weird puppy behavior. Like that's what fights are. Fights are like puppy behavior, but when you're a fully functioning adult.
Yeah, and it's like kind of like mimicking too. So like say a guy comes at you with like aggro energy. So he's already started with that, right? And then you see that, you become defensive, and then you become aggro. You're mirroring like aggressive behavior, and then they see that, and then they feed off that. Do you know what I'm saying? So
that shit's fucked.
Yeah, if you just don't even give them the aggressive stuff, then they have nothing to feed on. Then they sort of diffuse on their own because they only have so much. You know, I don't know.
And there's just people that love punching other people in the face, and it's just like, you just don't like, if you're not a person who's thrown a punch or like done any of that stuff and you act like you're going to, just don't fucking do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it comes down to. It's like, I don't like punching people in the face. I don't want to get punched in the face.
I feel when two fighting like toxic masculinity bros meet each other, it's like true love or something. Like, you know, when one guy's, what you fucking looking at, bud? And then the other person turns around, you fucking talking to me, guy?
Fucking
like
bud.
Their eyes lock, and like hearts start to appear, and they're like, oh, this is we're gonna fight, it's gonna be beautiful. They're like this love that they found another person like them.
Well, that's the thing, man, because I think before this like heteronormative Christian idea of masculinity, back in the day, those guys would have just been smooching, bro.
Yeah,
they would have been smooching, dude.
That's basically what it is, to be honest, dude. Then we've seen many fights downtown Victoria, in the bar sector at the end of the night, 2 a.m, where two friends are fighting, and then afterwards they're like, I love you, bro. And it's just like, it is like this weird form of like just smooth sexual tension.
It's sexual tension, bro. People just need to be more gay, like more homo, like, because that's what it is, man. It's all the shit that we've repressed, and like people you should just fuck back in the day, dude. Samurais, pirates.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Like Greeks, everybody was just humping, dude. Dudes were like, I'm fucking the most masculine caricature of my society.
Let me show you.
These are my 3 male lovers. And that was a normal thing. And that's a beautiful thing. Nothing's wrong with that.
Exactly.
Be more gay, man.
Remember Quincy Jones, one of his last interviews, he talked about having sex with Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor and stuff. That literally happened. Yeah. He said that.
Crazy.
And it's kind of not even shocking, to be honest. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that. It's like, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Exactly. Who cares?
Good for you guys, do you know what I mean? I'm glad. And it sucks that you're not allowed to, it sucks that people get angry about that.
Yeah, or you had to keep it a secret till you're 80 doing an interview where you didn't give a fuck anymore, you know? Like, I don't know. So speaking of that, you want to rent a hotel room or something, you know?
Let's go, dude. Hey. Let's have a fucking
freak fest.
Let's have a freak fest, dude.
So yeah, I'm gonna get into these questions because we asked you, the listeners, for questions, then we would answer them because we're running out of things to talk about.
It's the questions. It's the questions, boy. It's the questions. It's the questions. Come on, the questions. It's the questions, boy. It's the questions. It's the questions. Yeah.
I almost want to do 3 in a row because they all kind of like work together, or 2. Okay,
do it.
So we got Skate RMT. I don't even know how you really say that. Stevie
Skater
G.
Mart.
Skater Mart.
I said Skater Mart.
Is it Skater Mart?
I don't know.
But there's no R. Anyway, this one's Stevie G. I know you out there, Skater Mart. You're asking, are you guys still making music? But then Dart.Garley, who's Gart, our man in Toronto, he's also asking, when's the new album dropping? So, I don't know what the answer to this is. Right now, we're not making music.
I mean, I think we make music every time we speak, bro.
That's fucking true. And we've
You
been
know, to
dropping.
keep it real.
We're on our 11th album now.
So guys, these are our albums.
Yeah, they're half an
Podcast
hour.
guys now.
That's as long as our albums have ever been. So
We're washed up. We're fucking podcast guys. We don't believe in music. I don't believe in fucking music anymore, dude. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in rhythm.
I don't believe the power of music. I don't.
We're
either.
above rhythm, dude.
Yeah,
We're above rhythm. We're above rhyme.
You know, they said rap is just talking over records. So
Dude,
why
we're
even
just-
have the music part?
Just talk, dude.
Take that out. Yeah.
We've distilled it down to the purest form. Conversation.
Very polite, calm conversation.
Very polite, very doldrum,
Mhm.
very, very slow and monotonous
Boring.
conversation. Let us take you into our world. Every sensory you can experience.
ASMR.
That's what.
That's our next thing.
Yes, Chris. This is the
Get this-
ASMR.
Smack your lips a bit. You'll get that.
We're not even doing podcasts anymore. We're purely an ASMR group.
That's our next move.
What would you do as ASMR? What's your thing?
I don't even want to say it, dude. I probably, like when you jiggle your eye like this and you get that little gooey sound.
Yeah, mine would be tasting sauces, like stirring it, then like putting it to my lips, like
Yeah, exactly. Reacting. Ugh.
just little reactions.
So I guess that'll be our next album. Look out for that.
That's our next album, man.
The ASMR album.
Yeah, exactly. Or we can go just a completely different level, bro. Let's do a reggae album together.
Yeah, like go Snoop Lion on these motherfuckers.
Snoop Lion, Hundy Lion.
I hope that answered your question. We're not doing shit for music right now.
This is music, Gart. Okay. I got one here from Josh Gable. Josh, you better be fucking listening to this. I know you. He said, Chris, when are you and Mark going to shave your heads? And
Why is he asking me?
I know. I was
Josh, why are you asking me? This was on the Hundy Thou account, and you said, "Hey, Chris,
yeah.
yo, what up with you and Mark?"
And I
Mark's a
made the
person
post.
too, man.
I'm a fucking person too, Josh, and I made that post, dude. I made it. It was me, Josh. It was me.
All right.
Motherfucker.
Are we doing this? Are we gonna even do the hair shave? I'm not fucking
Live.
shaving my head.
Dude, I've shaved my head, Josh. I've shaved my head constantly. I shave my head at least once every 2 years or once a year. Usually
That's
once
true.
a year.
And Josh, you knew me in high school, motherfucker. So I shaved my head in high school. That was probably the last time I did it.
Yeah.
That's
You
not
look
enough
great
for
with
you,
it.
man. That's not enough for you.
But like I know people listening can't see our gorgeous fucking curls we both have. Like, why would we get rid of this?
Also, well, this
Why
is
would we get rid of this?
okay. Now, Josh, you've blown the lid off this. I've been trying to keep this a secret for a long time. I ain't shaving my head because I'm slowly going bald. And I think that what I have right now in the front is all I got. And if I shave it, it might not come back.
Dude, that's the fear, bro. But you still look good, Chris.
Thanks,
You,
buddy.
you have a wall of just dark, beautiful smoke, like a backdrop in a movie. Do you know what I mean?
It's very true. It's
It's
like a hazy
It's
landscape.
atmospheric.
Yeah.
Your hair is atmospheric, my guy.
There you go. And yours is always slick looking. And you're
Dude.
doing different shit with it all the time. So, hey.
I don't know if I look like an ugly Patrick Swayze or like an attractive Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. Because if I
Just-
didn't oil it back, it looked like I looked like the fucking curly haired Ancient Aliens guy. Like,
Yeah, I've seen
head
that.
just-
I've seen that look before.
crazy. I know, and that's why I did this for you, Chris. I actually had a shower, put some oil in my hair.
Fuck
some
yeah. See,
fucking
you're
slicked it
able
back.
to do different styles. I can only do like big or small. And that always pissed
Yeah.
me off. And I remember like
Those-
anytime I grew up mostly around like white people. So like they have like long flowing silky hair for the most part. And like anytime a trend happened, like say like the emo thing with the woof in the front, even though that's
Dude.
goofy ass looking,
Yeah.
all the fucking white girls love that shit. So then it's like, well, I can't do that. I'm out of the picture on that one.
Bro.
I can't do that. I'm happy that never happened to me. I'm happy there's no pictures of me with the swoop, but I couldn't participate.
I fucking feel you, man. I never got like a mushroom cut. No. Caesar cut, late
Yeah,
90s.
yeah,
No. Yeah. Emo swoop, mid 2000s. No.
Yeah.
Denied.
Those were all this. Yeah, exactly.
But bro, but it's funny that we say these things and it's just like they wish they had our beautiful hair, dude. We got like that's the thing about curly. you think you don't want it when you're a kid, and then you get older and you're like, man, my hair it's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's also because of that we got to miss out on all those dumbass trends.
And we missed out
Because I'm not
bro.
even a trendy guy, so I'm like, in a weird way, I was happy that I was
man.
request denied on that shit.
Who wants a bunch of fucking like just thinly sliced fucking fettuccine on their head, dude? Nobody. You want that look?
No.
Imagine if we had straight hair, we would look like freaks.
We look like fools. Well, one time I got like my present girlfriend, and at the time she wasn't, to straighten it because she had a straightener. And man, I was like, thank God I can't do this because like
you
this
look
looks
like
stupid.
What did you even look? I can't even imagine.
And I had a
you with
fro,
straight hair.
dude, so it was long hair. It was like long.
How long did it last until it curled back up?
Until like 2 hours later, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
no joke. Like I swear I did it. It looked kind of funny. I looked in the mirror and laughed, and then I walked home. And by the time I got home, it was like a fucking mess, a frizzy mess.
You would
It's
look
like a big poof. Like I looked like a troll doll. That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of shit, you know?
I don't even know, like I can't even imagine you was fucking straight. That just blows my brain, dude. If there's ever multiple dimensions and I see you and you have straight hair, that's when I know it's like the dark dimension. Like that's the evil Chris.
You have to get back in the machine.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of that's a good segue to this next question from Redhead Electric. Bryn, shout out Bryn. Better be fucking listening to this, man.
You better be fucking listening to this, Bryn.
He asks, what is the fourth dimension? And then I think the rest of the question, which I didn't write down, is and what are the rest of them? I don't fucking know, man. I think the fourth dimension is time. Yeah, smell. Yeah.
The smell
Pure
dimension.
smell.
Pure smell. The fifth dimension, time. The sixth dimension, Time Magazine. The seventh dimension is like those dreams you have where like you think you're getting a really good deal and you bought something and then you wake up and for 5 seconds you actually think you bought that thing, and then it comes to realization you didn't.
You're in the wrong dimension, bro.
Dude, that was you visiting the fucking dimension, bro.
Yeah, where all the good deals are.
Eighth dimension.
That's what the wish.
Cassette tapes, but like only cassette tapes. Like that's how far we've gone in
like
technology.
you're a cassette tape.
Like yeah, exactly.
You have to jump into like Soundwave's chest, you know, like the transformer that played the tapes.
Soundwave.
You know?
Soundwave.
Just
Dude,
to be heard.
The ninth dimension, Magic School Bus.
Oh yeah,
right.
You're just doing donuts in someone's anus. They don't even know.
You're just flying into a scab and just chilling in somebody's bloodstream. That's the ninth dimension. Yeah. I would have, man. It was Miss Frizzle. Miss Frizzle's a smoke show. Am I crazy? Am I gonna come on a cartoon? Like,
yeah, no, she's one. She's got
like,
the looks.
That'd be like 34. Like I'd be like, oh, Miss Frizzle.
She's like mad smart and like just teaches you things.
Curly hair,
curly red hair, wasn't it?
Curly red. Oh, yeah. Ooh, get turned into E40. Ooh, curly red hair. Ooh.
It's the questions. It's the questions, boy. It's the questions. It's the questions. Come on, the questions. It's the questions, boy. It's the questions. It's the questions. Yeah.
Okay, this was question episode. We did the question episode.
AMA and some AMSR.
That's it. We're moving. We're changing. We're growing. We're living. Live, love, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, like it. You guys listen to this shit and tell your friends, and then we'll include them, and then people can feel like they're participating, and it will be great.
Yeah, we like answering questions. Ask us more, or we'll ask you.
Yeah, fucking Hundy Thou Podcast.
Oh yeah, we're still doing it. We're
curly-haired people only, man.
That's right. Everyone else at the door, please.
Everywhere else, fuck off. And also, don't fight people, man. Don't. And if somebody asks you to fight, make sure it's consensual.
Yeah, and choose no. Probably is probably the best.
Choose no.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.